What about that time you had the minnow bucket and you lost it out there or something? Because you
Oh,
guys used to fish with the minnows for the
I
perch,
was
right?
living there in West Salem, and old Dick McCullough and I used to fish Wednesdays and Sundays up at Lake Erie. We went to Vermilion, and I had this what was it? A 10 no 12 horse motor, I guess it was, and I had to carry all that stuff. I had it on the back porch there where I lived, and I had to carry all that stuff out and load it in the car. I had to take a gas tank out, the motor. I had to take my fishing pole, my tackle box, my mini bucket, and I had this motor chain. I had all this stuff to carry out there, and so when I grabbed the mini bucket, I picked up the motor chain, and I just throw this motor chain in the mini bucket. And I carried it out and loaded up the car. And we got up there to Vermilion and rented a boat. We used to rent a boat off a guy by the name of Ed Reiser, a 16-foot lineman. And we got out there and started fishing, and Dick took minis out of this big box and put them in our mini bucket. I think we had 2 mini buckets. He put a whole bunch of minis in my bucket, and I throwed it over the side, and the mini bucket just disappeared.
Yeah.
And I raised it up to the top of the water, and I shook it a couple times, and let go of it again, and down it went. And I couldn't figure out what was wrong with my mini bucket. It wouldn't float, you know. And I told him, I said, "You put too many minis in my bucket, it won't float," you know. And of course that was wrong. And the mini, they kept rubbing, the rope kept rubbing on the side of the boat. And I suppose a couple hours later, the rope broke, and my mini bucket disappeared, you know, and didn't have it. And it wasn't long after that till I figured out why my mini bucket wouldn't float. I had that motor chain in it, and I forgot I had it in there.
Now, what did they use that motor chain for? Was that
to hook onto the motor and the boat, so if you hit a rock or something, it knocked the motor off, and
yeah,
you'd have a chain so you could get the motor back.
So now you rented the boats, but you had to take your own motor?
Well, no. Most of the time when we rented a boat, he had like a 5-horse motor already on the boat, and he had a chain. He had a chain on the boat to where I didn't have to use my chain.
Yeah. Now, in this time, did you just want a bigger motor on the boat? Did you say you took your own motor? Or?
No, that 5-horse motor worked all right on those lineman boats, with one exception. If the water got rough,
yeah,
and you come in the mouth of the Vermilion River, there was a big cement piling there, you know. And the water would go up and hit that and come back, and you had to get out there and get lined up and give her all the gas you had to make it through that. It was like an undertow, you know. When you hit that mouth of that river, you had to watch that they could get in there and hit it straight, you know, because the water would hit you like a big wave.
Wow.
From going up against the cement.
Was that one of those old metal mini buckets that they used to make?
Yeah.
The old antique ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, what's a mini bucket?